And our first email today comes to us from our friend Armand Paoletti, who writes, John, I was wondering how disappointed you fellas would be if Kylo Ren has a redemption arc in episode 9. In this universe, I hope he stays the big baddie. Thanks. All right, thanks a lot for the question, man. And that is a question that's been coming up a lot. Like ever since actually the Phantom Menace. I keep saying Phantom Menace instead of The Force Awakens. Anyway, it's been coming up a lot since The Force Awakens. Can there be a redemption arc for Kylo Ren? Now, if you guys have been watching me for any period of time, you know my thoughts on this. To me, the answer is no. You know, Luke, there are these things in movies I call the come to Jesus moments, right? Luke had his come to Jesus moment, that moment of decision that he had to make in the Emperor's throne room battle after he had knocked down Vader, he'd taken off his hand, he's ready to strike him down, and he's facing his come to Jesus moment. What do I choose to do? Do I strike down my father? Or do I relent and throw my lightsaber inside? You will never turn me as you did my father. I am a Jedi like my father before me, blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff, right? And Luke, in his come to Jesus moment, chose. And he chose the light side. Fast forward now to The Force Awakens. Kylo Ren has his come to Jesus moment. He's standing there on that ridiculously unsafe walkway that they didn't have the budget to make handrails for, but whatever. He's standing out there on that walkway over the big chasm with his dad. And his dad is reaching out to him saying, I'll help you, son. Kylo's got his come to Jesus moment. Do I kill him? Or do I embrace him? It's the same kind of moment that Luke faced. It's an echo of the Return of the Jedi moment. But Kylo went the other way. Kylo went the other way, ran his father through. That's it. To me, they faced their moment of decision. There's this narrative, dramatic moment of decision. Luke made his, Kylo made his. And to me, that's the end of the story. Now, to emphasize that point even more, we get into The Last Jedi, right? And Kylo is faced with Rey, who is there reaching out to him to save him, much like his father did. Kylo's actually given a second come to Jesus moment. But what does he do? So, leave the past behind, kill it if you have to, join me, we'll rule the galaxy, blah, blah, blah. Once again, in a second come to Jesus moment, he chooses complete dark side. He decides he wants to go dark side. That's him. All right? To me, narratively speaking, you can't do a redemption story with him now. That being said, me saying that I don't think you should do a redemption story with him now. You gave him 2 come to Jesus moments. He chose both times to go the same direction. That's it. He's now just the bad guy. And that's cool. But in the question you're asking, would I be put off? Would I be ticked off? Would it bother me if they do a redemption arc for Kylo in episode 9? And I'm going to say this, not in principle. Let me explain. If you were to tell me in advance, they're doing a redemption arc for Kylo Ren, for sure, it's a fact. They're doing a redemption arc for Kylo Ren in episode 9. Would that bother me? Yes. But would it ruin the movie for me? No, because I haven't seen what they're doing to bring that about. See, one of the things that film fans do, I do it, you do it, we shouldn't do this, it's a stupid thing to do, but we do it. We bring our expectations into the theater with us. And I don't mean expectations as to whether it's going to be good or bad. That's cool to have those expectations. But we bring expectations of, they better do this specific thing in this movie or I'm not going to like it. Or they better not do this specific thing in this movie or I'm not going to like it. And it's like we don't even give the filmmakers a chance to do the thing that we didn't think we wanted them to do, but see if they do it in such a way that goes, oh, okay, that worked. That worked. And what we do is sometimes we as movie fans, we stomp our feet and cross our arms and go, no, if you do this, I don't care how you do it, I won't like it. Well, then you're just robbing yourself. And we just rob ourselves when we do that. And let's face it, we're all guilty of that. We all do it. But we really got to not. So in principle, does the idea of them doing that bother me? Yes. I don't want them to do a redemption arc for Kylo. To me, it's too late. However, if I'm watching the movie and it's starting to become clear that they are going to do that, I'm not going to jump the gun. I'm going to sit back in my chair and go, okay, they're doing this redemption thing. All right, show me what you have in mind here, JJ. Show me your narrative path here that will lead to a redemption arc for Kylo that will be satisfying to me as a studio person sitting in the audience. Show it to me. And if it works, then who cares if I didn't want them to do it? And if it doesn't work, then I'll complain about it. But what I'm saying here, guys, is I'm with most of you. I don't want a redemption arc, but let's not jump to any conclusions until we watch the movie. If we watch the movie and we start to see they're doing a redemption arc, don't be that guy that stomps your feet and goes, well, I don't care what you do now. I'm not going to like it. It's like, well, then there's a reason they're the professional filmmakers and you're not. Let's just give them a chance. Give it a chance. I will give it a chance. I'm not going to be happy about it at first, but I will give it a chance. And if JJ has a brilliant idea that makes it make sense and makes it work, that you get a redemption arc out of Kylo, despite all the stuff that happened in the previous movies, bravo, great. And if it doesn't work, then I'll complain about it. Like, look, I don't think they're going to do that. I really don't. I think The Force Awakens put a stamp on it that Kylo is not getting a redemption arc. I think The Last Jedi put an even further explanation point on it, saying Kylo's not getting a redemption arc. So I don't think we even have to worry about it. But again, if we're watching the movie and it starts to become apparent they're going in that direction, let's just take a breath and watch the movie and see how they bring it about. Do I think it'll work? No. But I'm going to give it a chance to work. And then we'll either celebrate it or complain about it afterwards, as the case may be. That's my thought. What do you guys think? If you found out in advance they're going to give Kylo a redemption arc, which I don't think they're going to do, but if they did, would you automatically pre-decide, even before watching the movie, that you're not going to like it? Or are you going to go and give it a chance? Jump down in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts.